Hi, everyone. Good to see you. This is Tracy. I hope you are enjoying this day so far, and I hope that your day is filled with great things. I know mine is, and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for this business and how it's changed my life and what it's continuing to do, not just to bless me, but to bless others, and how it's continuing to change their life. But look, if you're watching live with me, I want you to drop down in the comments and just say hi or give me a little hand wave emoji. That way I'll know you're on with me. And if you're catching it on the replay, type replay in those comments so I'll know. I appreciate you joining me with this live today. So I wanted to talk about something that I know concerns a lot of people when I talk about starting an online business. And let's talk about it. I'm just going to jump right in. I'm not going to do a lot of fluff. But real quick, for those of you who may not know me, my name is Tracy. I'm 54 years old. I am a single woman who is a dog mom. I've owned dogs for years. I love dogs. But it's all on me for my income. So I was laid off 1 year ago from the corporate world that I had been in for 30 years. And I had given 30 years of my life to several companies, but the last one, almost 20 years, I had invested in them greatly. And they laid me off without a second thought after 20 years. Ugh, that was hard. It was shocking. And I did the traditional job search. I looked for about 10, almost 11 months for a job, networked, sent my resume, reached out to people I'd known in the corporate world and just general friends and family. Big goose eggs. I got nothing. I went through with 5 different companies, went through extensive interview rounds only to be told at the end, you're either overqualified or we went with the other candidate. So, that can be discouraging. I'll be honest. There was a few moments where I was like, ooh, why am I even doing this? The economy sucks right now. And companies don't even get me started on the broken recruiting processes in most companies now. Waste of time, a lot of what they do. But anyway, so all that being said, I was introduced to starting an online digital marketing business for myself, a business that I own. And I've done some businesses in the past myself, like network marketing, MLM, and no, this is not either of those at all. It has nothing to do with that structure that most people are familiar with. So I was introduced to that opportunity. And, after so many months of trying the traditional route, and honestly, God didn't open any doors going back into that corporate world. So I was like, okay, Lord, what else? Where else are we going? And this was presented to me. And the more I prayed about it, I was like, yes, let's do this. So all that being said, I jumped in about 2 or 3 months ago to start my own online business in digital marketing. And I had absolutely no experience. I was a complete beginner. Yes, I have business experience, but this space is totally different. Totally different. And I've always been a learner. I love to learn. I hope you do too, because when you continue learning, you continue growing as a human being. So I thought, well, it's time for me to learn something new. Why not? But here's something that I've learned even in the short time I have owned my digital marketing business. And I wanted to share this with a lot of you because I know one of the biggest things I hear from people is, well, I'm afraid. And I understand that. I was too. I just pushed past that fear and said, I think I remember telling my sister this at one point. I'm like, if I'm not willing to invest in me, then why would I expect anybody else to hire me? I'm like, I know what I'm capable of. I know that I rise to the occasion when I'm challenged. I'm a survivor. I will figure it out. So I made the choice to step in and invest in myself and own my own business in the digital marketing space. But what I want to talk to you about today are 3 reasons that people fail when starting an online business. and how to overcome them, because that's really the biggest part, is how you're going to come against those fears and the what ifs. What if I fail? What if I da. But what matters is, how do you overcome it? Because fear is not going to help you succeed. It never will. Fear is going to do the opposite. Fear is going to take you down a hole, a black hole and pit that you don't ever want to be in. So how to push past the fear. But let's talk about these 3 reasons people fail when they start an online business. And, starting a business can be one of the most exciting and life-changing decisions you make. But to be honest, as I've already said, it's scary. If you've ever thought, what if I fail? You are not alone. So let's talk about this. The first reason people fail is the fear of the unknown. Have you ever heard that phrase? Maybe you've experienced that phrase yourself in your own life. I know I have. The fear of the unknown. Most people never get started because they're afraid of what they don't know. What if I don't have the right skills? What if I don't know where to start? What if I don't have experience? Here's the truth. No one starts this business knowing everything. Everyone I know in this great community didn't know much when they started. Most all of us were complete beginners in this business. But here again, we were willing to learn. We didn't have all the answers. We knew we didn't have the answers, but we've been willing to learn. We've been what I call teachable, meaning I know that I don't know it all. And here's how you overcome that. You find a mentor or a community like this one in the digital growth community that guides you. You don't have to figure this out alone. Guys, right now we have around 47,000 people worldwide in this community, and we are constantly learning from each other and learning from those who've owned businesses in this space longer than we have. My mentor, Michelle, who started this community, she started 2 years ago in the digital marketing space, knew absolutely nothing about it, was in a corporate job, decided to leave because she had 6 kids and realized she was missing out on all of their lives. I mean, I get it. And she figured it out, scraping and clawing through the process of trying to figure out this new digital space of online business that now has blown up and continues to blow up and is projected to be one of the largest markets globally in the next 3 to 5 years, in the trillions. And here's what being a part of a community helps you do. It helps you break this business down into small, manageable steps. And the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's what this blueprint has done for me in the Legacy Builder program. That's what the blueprint is. It is a step-by-step process. So instead of thinking about the big picture, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today to move forward? You don't need to be fearless. You just need to take a step. That's what I've been doing every day since I launched this business. I take a step forward in this business. Somehow, by learning something new, posting some content I haven't tried before to post. It's the constant learning, challenging, and earning. Now, here's the other thing about this. You don't have to know it all to start earning money when you launch this business. That's been the most amazing thing. Guys, I made my first sale within 20 days of launching the business. Thank you, Jesus. And most people see success relatively quickly. Now, not everybody's journey is the same. There's no income guarantees when you start your own business. I don't care what kind of business it is. So go ahead and get that out of your mind. And, I'm guaranteed to make money. No, we'll never tell you that, because we have no idea what your work ethic is like, and if you're going to be consistent, and if you're going to actually follow instructions and be teachable. So that's the first reason, fear of the unknown. The second one is lack of consistency. I see this all the time. People get excited. Here again, it can be one of the most exciting and life-changing decisions you ever make. But they get excited, they dive in, and then life happens. Have you ever had life happen to you? Maybe you get sick or ill unexpectedly, or if you're in a family, maybe someone in the family gets ill that you have to care for. You have to stop your life and start helping them. Or just in general, crap happens to all of us in life. And then they lose momentum, and then their dreams get pushed to the back burner because they're focused on something else, and they need to deal with it. I'm not saying, look, I've had some major things happen in life. One of them was a year ago when I got laid off, shocked and unexpectedly. That's a life event, right? Or unfortunately, if you experience the death of a loved one, those are life events. Getting sick is life event. There's all types of life things that happen to us. But when your dreams get pushed to the back burner because you're focused on something else, but here's the thing. Success doesn't come from doing a lot all at once. It comes from doing a little consistently. I'm going to repeat that because that bears repeating. Success doesn't come from doing a lot all at once. It comes from doing a little consistently. So here's how we overcome this. We commit to a daily habit. I've said this many times if you've watched any of the other lives. This blueprint teaches and trains you how to have a 2-hour workday. 2 hours. And it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. So that 2 hours it's a structured, guys, I do the same thing every day. I do the same 4 or 5 things within a 2-hour period every day. Surely you could be consistent with that. I know it's been game-changing for me. And you'll use tools and resources. It's all here in this program. And systems to help keep you on track, help you stay accountable. And automation is the game changer. Automation is the game changer in an online business right now. It saves you so much time and stress because this automation keeps running 24/7. I work 2 hours a day, but it works 24/7. So, I mean, that's an amazing deal. You work too, but it gives you back 24/7. That's incredible. Take that deal. Like, that's the best deal ever. So remember, consistency builds confidence, and confidence builds results. I'm living proof of that. Living proof. So reason number 2, lack of consistency. The third one is, to me, critical as to why people fail when they start this, is they try to do it alone. Let's face it, building a business can feel lonely because you're an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur now, and no one's holding me accountable but me. And if something has to get done, I'm the one who's going to do it. Okay. I own my own business. No one else is responsible for my results but me. And that can be lonely. But trying to do it all by yourself is one of the quickest ways to burn out quickly. And not to mention, you'll get discouraged quickly. But here's how we overcome that. You surround yourself with people who get it. Like this community, in this digital community, digital growth community that I'm a part of. We're like-minded entrepreneurs. We share advice. We celebrate wins. We keep you motivated. Look, someone came into the community yesterday on a chat function and said, guys, I'm just discouraged. I've had this happen and this happen and this happen. And when I tell you, no less than 75 people responded quickly to them, to encourage them, to motivate them, to keep going, push beyond that fear, push beyond that discouragement. where else in life do you get that? I was in the corporate world for 30 years, and I never had multiple people running to me to encourage me and keep me going on the path. Wow, it is really hard to stay in your pit when you are surrounded by other people who are reaching out to pull you up. And that's what I found inside of this community. And anytime I've had a question, or even if I've had, guys, I've been doing this and it's not getting me the results I want, what do I do? People start responding just like that. So I'm not sitting here all by myself trying to figure it out. I reach out and the help is there. And here again, I'm unique. I'm different than everybody else in this community. Yes, we may have a few things in common, but I'm unique. My story is my story. Your story is your story. But the value of learning from people who have tried different things and they've gotten better results from it. And then we try a few things and maybe it doesn't give us the results we're looking for. Then we just pivot. We try something else. But investing in resources that save you time and energy, whether it's even one-on-one coaching in this business or courses or tools, it's all here. It's all here in this community, in the digital growth community that I'm a part of. And when you lean on others, you're not just building a business, you're building a support system. I just mentioned that. Someone yesterday reached out and they were discouraged for the reasons they listed. And I mean, immediately, like within 5 minutes of them posting, no less than 75 people had responded and encouraged them. That's support, my friends. So if you're in a JOB and stuff is falling apart all around you, I mean, seriously, how many people come running to support you and to encourage you and motivate you and say, it's okay, we'll help. I've never had that in my life, especially in a JOB. Usually I was the one walking into people's offices trying to drag them up out of whatever pit they were in. And I had a few people that would come check on me and say, hey, can I help? How can I help? But not 75 people. Guys, my mind was blown yesterday when I saw that happen in the community. I was like, this is the place I'm supposed to be. And this might be the place for you too. So let's recap this. One of the first reasons that people fail when they start an online business is they let fear stop them. Fear of the unknown. Don't let the fear of the unknown stop you. You have to take that first step. Number 2, consistency. Stay consistent. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. Not about perfection. It's about progress. Remember, one step at a time, consistently taking steps. It will get you where you want to go. And then the third one is trying to do it alone. Don't do it alone. You don't have to. You don't need to. Find a community. This community is outstanding. I have said this to people who've reached out and we've talked about the business. This is a world-class community because literally there are people from all over the world. And our mentor, Michelle, who started this community to help others learn how to build a business online, she is very strict about this, and I agree completely with it. We don't allow negativity. We don't allow poor comments or things that discourage people in this community. And I love that. I love that is very valuable, that you are stepping into a space where people speak life to each other. That's what I mean by the encouragement and the motivation. Here again, I've never been a part of a community like this before, and I'm so grateful for it. So you can be closer to success than you think. The only difference between where you are right now and where you want to be is the decision to start. If you're ready to overcome the obstacles I've talked to today and finally begin creating the freedom you've been dreaming about, I want you to drop the comment freedom. on the live. Go into the comments and put freedom, and I'll get you some information quickly. The other thing you're welcome to do is go to my website, legacywithtracyr.com, put your email in and watch those first 2 videos, and you'll see my mentor, Michelle, tell you more about this opportunity and what it's done for her life and what it's doing for numerous people in this community. Your time is now. Start your online business today. I keep saying that to people. You don't realize the cusp that this industry is on right now. And if you get in now, you're going to be a part of the trend that it continues to go into the trillions. Start today. Comment freedom, and I'll get you some information. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. And who's ready to join me on this journey? Comment freedom. Bye.